What's up, guys? Alright, today I have a request to do a review and compare and contrast video. And the fragrance we will be reviewing today is from the house of Chanel, and the fragrance is Allure Homme Sport Cologne Sport 2007 by Jacques Polge. And the fragrance we're comparing this fragrance to is Allure Homme Sport Cologne from his son Olivier Polge. Okay, they're both EDTs, alright? And let's just go into the composition for this fragrance for 2007 version here, the Cologne Sport. Alright, at the top we got aldehydes, bergamot, grapefruit, mandarin, neroli, orange, and lemon. In the mids, we got spices and eleme resins. And at the bottom, we got some pepper, tonga bean, vetiver, musk, and cedar. Okay? What do I get from this fragrance? Alright, just imagine you have a blender and you have a bag of citruses. And you get some lime, you throw it in there. You get the lemon, you throw it in there. You get the orange, you get the grapefruit, and you throw all of them in there, and you throw in some mandarin and tangerines. What you have is this big citrus punch drink. And that's what I get on my skin. And how does a citrus punch drink taste with only citrus in there? It's going to be a bit sour, won't it? So this scent is a bit tarty on my skin. And it comes off very, very citrus-y. Okay, this is one of the best smelling citruses you'll smell in the mass marketed fragrance. Okay, and it is up there. The citrus is really, really done well here. Alright, and this fragrance have a nice little trick up its sleeve. The citrus notes in here last throughout the duration of the scent. Okay, and in the mid you get a little bit of pepper in there, a little bit of spices, just a tad bit. Okay, that gives this fragrance a little bit of difference to the other cologne style fragrance on the market. That is your Tom Ford, Neroli Portofino, your Mugler colognes, your Maru and Witz 4711s. Okay, this one does it a little bit different in that genre. And this is classified as a citrusy aromatic. Alright, just point that out there. Alright, this dries down with a little bit of body in there, with a little bit of tonka. So just a little bit, not too much you're going to get in here in the base. And a little bit of woods. So I get a little bit of citrusy woods, musky dry down here. Alright, and that's it for the smell for Allure Homme Sport Cologne Sport. Seasons this is good for, I say this is a summer-based fragrance. Can be worn in spring or any season because of that powerful projection in the first hour with the citrus blast. It can work for any season, but this thing was designed for humid, hot weather. Okay? So there you go. Occasions to wear this one. I'll say this is a very casual scent that can be worn almost anywhere these days. Alright? This is a daytime scent. This is perfect for going to the gym, doing anything, running errands. Alright, I'm not going to elaborate too much into that. Alright? This could be worn by men or women. This is a cologne style fragrance, and most cologne style fragrances can be worn by men and women, because if you do your research to back in history, fragrances were mostly made for women, and they came out with cologne for men and women. Alright? Let's get back to the topic at hand though. Alright? Alright, let's get into projection for this one. Within the first hour, For cologne fragrance, and I have tried quite a few, this one beats them all when it comes to that cologne style fragrance. Alright? This one really pushes out there for the first hour. People are going to smell you and they are going to identify you with some sort of citruses. Alright? So projection is good. However, after an hour or two, this does performs like a typical cologne fragrance, and it draws a lot closer to the skin, so to speak. And so don't worry about the first hour, the first 30 minutes of the scent being a little bit too loud, so to speak. Alright? Alright, let's move on to sillage. I say the sillage for the first hour is excellent. Then, like I said, it sort of like draws a little bit closer to yourself. So it goes from excellent, I'll say it's average. But the first hour is the beauty of this fragrance right here. In that first 60 minutes, you will get noticed, I guarantee it. Okay, let's dive into the presentation for Allure Homme Sport Cologne Sport. As you can see here, you have the beautiful Chanel cap, and on top it has CC on there. I won't show you because you probably can't see it. Hope you can. Okay, the silver cap with a black band because this is a sports fragrance, not the silver typical gold band you see in the other fragrances. So it's a black band with the Chanel written on the band. And the bottle is a typical Allure bottle, okay, or flacon, whatever you want to call it. And it says Allure Homme Sport, and Sport is in red. And at the bottom here you have Cologne Sport. In the box, typical box from Chanel, you have the CC at the top, okay, and you have Allure Homme Sport in red. It's typical Chanel at the bottom, Cologne Sport. That's the only difference. Alright, let's go. Get that out the way. Now let's do a compare and contrast to the new one by his little son. What have he done to this fragrance? Remember that analogy I gave at the start of this video? Saying you're having a blender and you're throwing in like over 10 different types of citruses in here. Let's cut down those citruses to 2 citruses. So all you're going to throw in is lime and grapefruit, not even oranges. And all those spices and stuff that was in this one. However, don't get me wrong, the spices weren't strong in this one. And the tonka bean wasn't that noticeable in the 2007 version. However, all that's been stripped away as well. Okay? From the other one. So, is the other one a bad scent? No, it's still pretty good, to be honest. However, it reminds me of this guy here. I'll show it to you. That's what the new version reminds me of. Okay? And it's not a bad scent. It doesn't project as the 2007 version in the first hour. It performs like a typical cologne scent should, and it is pretty good. However, it doesn't perform as well as Allure Homme Cologne. Alright, that's enough about Allure Homme Cologne. We're doing a review on Chanel, so I won't disrespect Chanel tonight, so I'll move that away. Okay. What's the other differences from this one? Like I said, the citrus is a major difference. And it doesn't have the body, it doesn't have certain intricacies that the Cologne Sport have in there. Yeah, but is it bad? No. And I think it will get slept on again. And why did this one got slept on? It's been out since 2007 and there aren't too many reviewers that reviewed this scent. And I think this scent is a masterpiece. Yes, I said it, and I'm happy to have it in my collection. Alright, let me tell you a little story how I got this in my collection. This was always on my list to get, Chanel Allure Homme Sport, Cologne Sport. However, because I live in a not so hot climate, my average summer is normally from 68 degrees Fahrenheit to 78 degrees Fahrenheit. And if it gets anything above that, we're talking heat wave and heat warnings. So this wasn't a need for me to get. It's 2017, I'm going around the shop sniffing and smelling like a perfumaholic does. And I've noticed the differences made in the fragrances and the changes made. So I went back home, did some research, and it has been reformulated like Chanel normally does. So I went back to the shop, started sniffing and smelling again, and I asked the girl, I said, has this been reformulated? She said, or I didn't ask her like that, I said, is this a new fragrance? She said, no, this isn't a new fragrance. I said, no, this is new. It used to smell a lot different. I said, I'm a huge Chanel fan, and I know when they've done something different. So she finally fessed up to me and she said, yeah, it's been changed. She was trying to sell me the Cologne version, and she said that we still got some old ones in the back that they were trying to probably give back to Chanel, and she said she'll sell it to me. I said, all right, cool, I'll take it. And this bottle is a 2015 bottle that came out in October, and I bought it in 2017. Normally in that store, whenever you buy a bottle that's that old, they usually give you a huge discount. I got a discount on Invictus Aqua from there because it was kind of old, but because this is a Chanel fragrance, I didn't get that discount. And I think the reason why it got slept on, because of this guy right here, and I had a feeling the community slept on this scent, and I think Chanel was trying to compete with this guy here, and I have to say it failed. It failed. Okay, I'm man enough to admit it. The dear old Cologne is better. Okay. So yeah, I hope that helped. That was my compare and contrast video for Chanel Allure Homme Sport, Cologne Sport. I say the Cologne is still pretty good. Okay, it's not a masterpiece as this one is. And if you have any more questions, just leave it in the comments below, please. Okay, I did this request for my Dutch friend out there. I believe he's Dutch. If you see this, just give me a thumbs up. If you like this video, subscribe, and I'll put out more content that is useful for the fragrance community. Okay, bye for now. Until the next one.